2022 is off to a great start in New Japan. Night 1 is in the books, and what a night it was. Thank you for tuning in to Chris Black's NJPW Report. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you enjoyed the review, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because if you're a fan of New Japan, this is the channel for you. I am your host, the natural Chris Black of the Saturday Night SlamCasters podcast, independent professional wrestler, and everybody's favorite narcissist. And on today's show, I'm reviewing Night 1 of Wrestle Kingdom 16. So without further ado, let's get right to it. The night's festivities started out with the New Japan Rambo. This is a Royal Rumble style match where pinfalls, submissions, DQs, ref stoppage, or being thrown over the top rope will get you eliminated. The final 4 in the match will advance to the Fatal 4-Way, which is going on the very next night for the 2022 King of Pro Wrestling Championship, Provisional Pro Wrestling Championship. So we get Chase Owens and Hanare starting out, and I'm really liking Hanare in the United Empire. I really hope this is a breakout year for this guy. You get some of the young lions, they got to mix it up a little bit into this New Japan Rambo. What I kind of didn't like about this is there's only 1 minute intervals, or at least it seems like it's only 1 minute. So by the time they have a guy come out and we see the whole entrance, when they get into the ring, the countdown's starting again because the next guy is coming out, which isn't a bad thing because you don't want it to drag on. I mean, this isn't like the Royal Rumble where it is the match for the pay-per-view. It is a means to an end. They want to get the Fatal 4-Way going for the next night, so Minoru Suzuki comes out and eliminates all 3 young lions one by one as soon as he gets in. Taka Michinoku, Sema, and even a 50-year-old veteran, Fujinami, returns to NJPW for a little bit of action. But in the end, Minoru Suzuki, Toru Yano, Sema, and Chase Owens are the 4 to advance to the Fatal 4-Way the next night. In the next match, on the main show, we start out hot with Yo defeating Sho. This is a rubber match between these two. These guys have been former partners for the better part of 9 years, and if I heard correctly, post Young Lion graduate, these guys are 1-1. So if you've been paying attention, the only 2 singles matches they've had against each other has been recently in this last year. Sho defeated Yo in their first encounter. Yo got some payback at the Best of the Super Juniors tournament. Again, this is the rubber match between these two. And right away, first thing I notice, what the fuck is Yo wearing? He's got on this, what looks like leather white cargo shorts with white tights underneath. It kind of looks weird, but okay. Sho is using every dirty tactic in the book, and Yo really has to dial up the aggression, but he kind of lacks fire. And I feel like I should be more invested in this feud, and I'm not. Well, Yo has Sho tapping to the Stargazer, but Dick Togo, who accompanies Sho to the ring, he was tapping. Dick Togo had the referee distracted, which would have made sense if Sho was winning, because by doing this, Yo had him beat once already. And when Sho finally gets out of the Stargazer, he attempts to hit Yo with a wrench, but he ducks and then rolls him up for a pin. So Yo gets the victory, but again, it seems like he beat Sho twice during this match. He had him tapping once, and then he rolls him up for the pin to win the match. But that's not the end. Sho post-match keeps his heat because he puts the boots to him. Tries to hit him with the wrench again, but got caught with a super kick. So, I don't know. Maybe he lost his heat. I think they need to kind of go away from this feud for a little bit now. Let it fester a bit. Maybe build some more animosity between the two before putting them up against each other again. But that remains to be seen. Getting into the next match, we have 6-man tag match. El Phantasmo, Taiji Ishimori, and Kenta defeating Rocky Romero, Taguchi, and Tanahashi. This is more or less a preview for the matches tomorrow night. The U.S. title match between Kenta and Tanahashi, and El Phantasmo and Ishimori who will be taking part in a triple threat tag match for the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions with Rocky Romero and Taguchi as they both challenge against the current champions, Robbie Eagles and Tiger Mask. This is a decent, entertaining match. The faces are very facey and the heels are, well, very heely. There's a little ha-ha thrown into the match. The ref got taken out. Kenta starts using the kendo stick on Tanahashi, kind of foreshadowing their match for tomorrow, which is no DQ. Tana gets pissed. He grabs the stick from him and just starts beating the shit out of Kenta and actually gets caught by the ref. Tanahashi shoves the ref aside. That is so not like him, and continues his attack on Kenta with the kendo stick. So the ref has no choice and he disqualifies Tanahashi. So again, building towards that match that's coming up tomorrow night. So good booking, New Japan. Next match, we have another 6-man tag match. You have Will Ospreay, the Great Khan, and Jeff Cobb representing the United Empire, taking on representatives of the LIJ, Bushi, Sanada, and Tetsuya Naito. You know, I've been complaining for the longest, but dude, Sanada really needs to retire that baby-ass mask that he wears. Naito had on a badass mask, and Bushi's are always top-notch, so one of these things are not like the other. Come on, Sanada, step your mask game up. So again, this is a preview for some single matches tomorrow night. Obviously, Will Ospreay is going to be facing the winner of tonight's main event, but you got Jeff Cobb, who is going to be taking on Tetsuya Naito, and Great Khan, who is going to be taking on Sanada on night 2. So again, a little bit of a preview, giving us something to look forward to for tomorrow. Ospreay takes the glory for his team by finishing off Bushi with the hidden blade. Next match, the special attraction match. You have Katsuri Shibata returning. His opponent was revealed as Ren Narita, who he defeated. Shibata announced at the start of the match via microphone, and even though I don't speak Japanese, I can pretty much tell what he was saying, so I believe it went something like this. Fuck all that no striking allowed in this match. This is going to be a regular match. Something along those lines. But yeah, so that's what it ended up being. Originally, this match was supposed to be 30-minute time limit, and Shibata was supposed to just have a straight-up wrestling match where no strikes were allowed. We got a bit of a swerve. Shibata wanted an actual regular wrestling match, and it was a great match. Shibata looks good. What was supposed to be a non-striking type of situation turned into a brilliant technical submission wrestling clinic. These two really did a great job. I am so glad that Shibata is back in action. I look forward to seeing what he's going to be doing down the line. He finished off Ren Narita with the P kick, got the pin. Great match. Next up, we have the IWGP Never Openweight Championship, where Evil defeats Tomohiro Ishii to gain the Never Openweight Championship. This match started out pretty quickly. Evil attacked him before the intros. I mean, you got to get a jump on Ishii, otherwise he may overwhelm you. They do the typical table spot and the chair spot. Evil is in control at the beginning of the match, but Ishii starts building momentum, getting in some offense. But of course, Dick Togo is there to help swing control back on Evil's side whenever he's able to. Evil does his thing like he normally does, cheating and shit. He pulls the ref in the way of a charging Ishii and is taken out. House of Torture, they run down to ringside. They start beating down Ishii. Now that's one thing that I didn't want to see in New Japan so far since I've been watching. Normally beatdowns will occur after the match. There's not a lot of run-ins during matches, so I really wasn't feeling this House of Torture coming down and beating down Ishii. Besides that, Evil is a good enough wrestler where yes, he's a heel and yeah, he's going to do heel shit, but he does not need people constantly interfering. Dick Togo constantly interferes in these matches. It's beginning to not do Evil any justice. It's making him actually look kind of bad. But Yo ends up running down to try to neutralize the House of Torture, and a new ref comes out, but that's not enough. That ref is distracted. Evil nails Ishii with the belt, and then an everything is evil for the pin and the win, stealing the championship. I like the fact that Evil's the never openweight champion, but I don't like how he won it. But whatever. In the next match, we had the IWGP World Tag Team Championships to be decided. You had the champions Dangerous Tekkers being defeated by the Headhunters Hiroki Goto and Yoshi-Hashi. These two teams have great in-ring chemistries. Their styles just seem to mesh really well together. This was a must-win situation for both teams. The Headhunters were trying to establish themselves as main players in the tag division, and the Dangerous Tekkers needed to break their Wrestle Kingdom curse. We had lots of near falls and close calls during this match. Both teams put on a tag clinic. The Headhunters finally were able to put away Tai Chi with their new tag finisher. So congratulations to the new IWGP World Tag Team Championships. My favorite underdog, Yoshi-Hashi, once again holding gold in New Japan. Next up, we have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. You have champion El Desperado defeating Himoru Takahashi. This is a good, fast-paced, exciting match. I'm just kind of bored with this matchup. I don't know what it was. Maybe I don't really view El Desperado as a junior heavyweight. Again, it was a good match. It was a spot match. And I'm not saying that to disparage anything about this match. It served its purpose on the show. In the end, El Desperado finished Himoru after 2 Pinche Locos in a row to finally put him away. I don't know what direction they're going with Himoru Takahashi. He is the superstar of the junior heavyweight division, but he's been, this is this his third title attempt since he's been back from injury that he lost? So I don't know what they're going with this, but maybe he needs to not be in title contention all the time. But again, he's a superstar, so I don't know where else they want to put him. But let's go to the main event. You had Kazuchika Okada defeating Shingo Takagi. And I always enjoy the pacing of Okada's matches. They always build up to a really good finish. Shingo's pure power and brutality has been the highlight of all of his performances lately. Okada nails a flying crossbody over the barricade onto Shingo on top of a chair, which looked absolutely painful. This match was everything that I expected and more. Shingo started getting under Okada's skin, mocking him with the Okada pose, which got Okada fired up, and these two absolutely brutalized each other, and they left it all in the ring. Shingo ultimately fell victim to the Rainmaker and was pinned for his title. And there is no shame in losing to Okada. The 2021 MVP Shingo Takagi was a great champion, and when they presented the title to Okada, he pays homage to the old heavyweight title one last time before accepting the World Heavyweight Championship. And then here comes Will Ospreay. Of course, we had to see him before the end of the night, congratulating Okada on becoming the new interim champion. So there's a bit of a promo there where Ospreay is talking shit, getting some shine in, trying to steal Okada's thunder, letting him know that he is the true champion and he is going to walk out of Wrestle Kingdom Night 2, the undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. But that remains to be seen, and you can listen to that review on Night 2, which is also available on my channel. And that concludes Night 1. After watching Night 1, I was even more pumped for Night 2 than I was going in. So if you've enjoyed this review, please take a second now to hit that red subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you are notified whenever new videos are uploaded. Be sure to follow me on all my social medias. Links are in the description to my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And while you're at it, be sure to check out the Saturday Night SlamCasters podcast, Facebook page, Facebook group, and even our own YouTube channel. Links also in the description for that. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to check out my review of Night 2, also available right now. Come get slammed.